about 3,000 homeless there, apparently. Well, they claim. Um, there's about 4,000 homeless people in all of Boulder County, about 4,300. So I guess that's about right. Um, $250 million divided by 3,000 is 83.3333 thousand. It's really, I don't know how to say that properly or mathematically or whatever. I probably should have paid better attention to the terminology. But it's basically 83,300 per homeless person. And the average income being about 70,000. It's like 69,800. It costs $13,000 more to be homeless. That's how much they spend. If they're spending $83,000 per homeless person, and the average person in Portland is only making 70,000, why don't these people have housing? It is costing more money to not house them. It is costing more money, and that's not even considering police interactions, harassment, intimidation, and the like. This isn't even considering the $100,000 or more that it costs to lock up a homeless person and deny them their rights. If you're going to deny them their rights, you have to convince them to sign them away, or of course, you have to prevent them from being heard. Both are very detrimental to your mental health. So, when we talk about the sheer quantity of cash that it takes to be homeless, that's for a homeless person. A homeless person who is getting disability, they're still getting between, depending on the disability, between $300 and $800 a month. That's not much. It's not. So that money it's less than $12,000 a year. It's less than $1,000 a month. We're supposed to be able to exist on that, but even just subsistence living, we're not allowed to do that. And everything out here is so much more expensive. Now, why is it that people can't pick up their friggin' cigarette butts? I'm not going to pick up all of them, but I'll pick up a few because I'm going to roll some of them into a tobacco for myself. Just the butts. It's still gross to see them on the ground, even if I am nasty and pick them up and roll them into another tobacco. At least I admit it. Ah, fuck it. It hurts my back to bend over like that. Bend with the legs, and then of course I gotta push off of my legs as I'm standing up so that I can get upright easy. When I say easy, that's just in reference to the fact that it does hurt getting up. And if I give myself a task or a goal, I can achieve something. Now here we are talking about cigarettes, didn't we? That's right, it's about addictions. Yes, I am addicted to tobacco. Yes, I admit it. No, my tobacco addiction is not the reason that people victimize me. Yes, it is part of the reason that I don't have a lot of money. I am certain of that. Just like many people who like to buy guns, well, all those guns that they bought are part of the reason that they're broke. It is a contributing factor. Those who prefer to buy marijuanas or to buy alcohol, or to buy, well, whatever it is that your drug of choice happens to be. That's where your money went. And how much are you spending on those things? Are you really spending that much? Are you really keeping tabs on it like that? Or are you pretending that you're not spending as much? Are you saying, hey, my wife doesn't want me spending more than $1,000 a month on the car, which is more than anybody out here getting disability is getting. You say your wife doesn't want you spending that much on the car every month, so of course you tell her about $800 worth of stuff that you bought for it, and then you say there was a couple of days that you were sick that you didn't tell her about at the end of the month. That way you can save money that way, and pretty soon what used to be what you thought was going to be a decent relationship, well, it was based on drugs and sex, and now it's based on, well, being dishonest with each other. I never understood with Brenda Dickinson, with my mom, with my stepdad, why if you can't be honest with somebody, why you'd want to marry him in the first place. I don't get that. Then again, I am nuttier than squirrel turds, right? Isn't that a valid excuse? It's not. Hearing that guy got beat up, a lot of people thought that I should be happy about that. I should be glad about that, but I'm not. I'm not happy or glad about that. I don't want people getting hurt. The point is to make sure people don't get hurt. The point is to do your best to maintain the safety of yourself and those around you. I don't want people hurting you. I don't want people hurting my little sister or threatening to hurt my little sister or my niece. Well, my nieces, because I have more than one. I don't want that stuff. And having that stuff happen over things that didn't happen, having people stalk me and threaten me and harass me over things that literally never happened. That was before Natalie was killed, by the way, folks. Before Natalie was killed. And there's a lot of people who want to pretend this is an obsessed thing, and I absolutely am obsessed, just not with Natalie. I'm obsessed with human rights, with civil rights, with our rights as human beings. I'm concerned with the Constitution of the United States of America. I don't say the Pledge of Allegiance as an adult. I don't believe in it. I think it's disgusting and abhorrent. I will not pledge allegiance to toilet paper. That's what America has become, toilet paper. The whole country. From one side to the other. Mostly meth, heroin in lots of places, but thank goodness it never hit Chapel hard. I've got no shortage of people saying that they would do violent things. Some in houses, some on the streets. And you notice, I record a lot of that. There's also a lot of that where you don't get to hear it because I don't get to record 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I had to go pee really bad right before I made this video, and I went into the bathroom in Starbucks here, and I told the lady, ma'am, I don't have the money to be a customer, but could I please use your bathroom? I don't want to pee myself. And she let me go to the bathroom even though I wasn't a customer. And I told her, thank you. I would say you're my savior, but my last one was crucified. It's a good joke. There was a lady and a gentleman in there that were customers. By the way, they're open until 6 p.m. now. I just found out. They changed the hours. I think that was just their starting or training hours when they were only open till 2. I was in Portland. They got a street down there that's similar to Pearl Street. Just as nasty. Well, it's nastier. Pearl Street is actually very, very nice. Now here's the thing. If you're spending $250 million and these homeless people still don't have a fucking place to stay, $250 million. Imagine if Portland said, all right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take $200 million and we're going to buy this chunk of property right here. And we're going to take $50 million and we're going to make sure that that's for maintenance. As long as we got a place to set up our tents. A lot of people, there's a group called, God, what is it, like Boulder Homeless? Oh shit, I can't remember it. I used to be a part of the group, but I'm not anymore. Anyway, it had people on there all the time showing all these great ideas. Well, why don't you do this? These sweet old ladies that saw some stupid thing on the internet from some idiot who fucking made a big old goddamn expensive fucking heavy piece of shit tent. Oh, well, this will save the homeless people. This will solve all their problems. And then, of course, you got this big heavy fucking thing you got to take everywhere with you. One of those tent ideas, it was a 84-pound tent. 84 pounds. How the fuck is an 84-pound tent gonna help us? Sure, it's weather resistant and it'll keep you from freezing to death, and well, it's also too big to put on a bus. It's too heavy to carry. What good is it? You've officially shown yourself to be an ignorant upper middle class white girl by sending us that fucking picture and saying, why don't you do this? You also don't look at the fact that these people spent tens of thousands of dollars making some of these things. Yes, good idea. Good fucking idea. It is a good idea. Yes, homeless people should be able to sleep in tents. Yes, we get this. We have tents. You can invent as many fucking tents as you want. That doesn't provide us with a place where we can put that long term. Homelessness is a long-term problem. It takes long-term work and long-term savings to get up and out of it. And there are 10,000 things that can go wrong just because people hate you. Sometimes your friends will say, you know, yeah, you can do that. And then you get started on it. And after you've gotten started on it, they say, oh, you can't do that. Or, hey, you know, yeah, I got the whole south lot. If you want to build something for yourself out there, you can do that. Of course, I believe them. I pay my rent for even that south lot. And I get started on building myself something. Of course, then it's, oh, well, I didn't know you were actually going to do it. That's really what it comes down to. Oh, you were actually serious? Yeah, well, we can't have that. I thought you were just messing around, but I took your money anyway. Why would I pay you if I was just messing around? That don't make no damn sense there, does it? So we're not only talking about $83,000 a year per homeless person paid for by the taxpayers just for Portland, which is higher than the average income there by $13,000. And then, of course, we're getting fleeced because we're fucking out here. And then there's the money that you're paying the police to harass us. And, of course, all of the time and effort that it takes for police officers to, when you try to turn them in, well, they want to abuse their power and do everything they can to prevent you from taking them to court and showing what they're doing. And even though you show that you have tried and tried again, and you have had to do it alone, even though people promised you that they would. See, the things I told them would happen are exactly what happened. I told them, hey, if you don't go in with me to turn this in, they're not going to listen. All right, when I was asked by the lawyers to do things in specific, I did what the lawyers asked. Okay, when I came to people and said, hey, this is the help I need, they wanted to argue and play pocket lawyer. I've already talked to real lawyers. And at first these people go, oh, well, I'm not a lawyer. I don't need you to be a lawyer. You're a witness. And yes, that is very important. Was I trying to get help? Now, I've gotten people that, of course, after years and years and years, that one simple fucking question, they always want to sidestep. Either A, did I ask you for help? Or B, did you offer to help me how I needed? Most folks, they just refuse to answer. When they finally do answer, they want to pretend like we're friends. No, if we were friends, I wouldn't have to pull your fucking teeth over one fucking question. Did I come to you for help? Yes or no? Or with the ones that I didn't come to for help, they offered the help that I needed. Also, there's the whole question of what did it cost me? People keep telling me to go to Portland. That's where all the services are. We have seen statewide what services are available. Threats, harassment, and intimidation for going to these services for exactly what these services are for. DHS, elder, and disabled, they're supposed to do something about the abuse that I'm enduring. And if I am incapable of providing those things for myself, they're supposed to help to provide those things. If I'm incapable of showing the evidence for myself, if I am incapable of being heard, then yes, it is their job to help me with that. It is their job to help me to turn in this evidence. It is their job to look at it. When I'm told repeatedly to run around to all these places and I end up hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait, and I have to go there alone only to be denied those services yet again. Meanwhile, I'm jumping through all of these hoops alone. I did not get help, and that's the thing that none of you want to look at. The only time I got any actual help was when people went in with me in person. Or made the calls with me. And I recorded them. Absolutely. Anyway, I gotta try to come up with a little bit more money for coffee. Just kidding. I ain't even made enough for gas yet. $83,000 per homeless person. And I'm out here not addicted to heroin, not addicted to methamphetamine, not addicted to alcohol, actually fucking disabled, with a mountain of evidence. Not a goddamn person has made a fucking effort to look at it. Either you look at it in person, or you help me to send it where it needs to go. You teach me how to do it in person. All the people I went to in person were the people who said that they would help me with those things. And then they want to throw sandwiches in my face. Well, that's dumb. Anyway, the way that I was treated by people throughout this entire thing, the shitty fucking excuses that people made for doing the evil things that they did. Like, of course, the mental health worker that I told when I was in the Scottsbluff jail, I told her that I was assaulted by the staff of the jail, and I was also assaulted by a guy named Ruben who worked at the Scottsbluff Hospital. I told her that it was a really screwed up situation and that I was trying to turn them in. Well, it turned out this lady, her name is Miranda, she was good friends with Ruben. And here's the messed up thing. She had me put in the hospital, claimed that I was delusional, and when I asked her why, see, this is Ruben's friend. She knew Ruben. When I'm telling her the story about Ruben in the hospital, I didn't know she worked there. These are her friends and her coworkers and her colleagues. Rather than doing her job as a mandated reporter, what did she do? Tried claiming I was delusional. And what was her excuse? Was it that I had claimed Ruben had assaulted me? No. Was it that I had claimed that I was assaulted by the jail staff? No. It was that I claimed me and Natalie Bollinger were friends. By Natalie Bollinger's own words, we were friends. And the problem is that in a situation like that, especially western Nebraska, these are small towns. Even Scottsbluff is a small fucking town. Biggest city in western Nebraska, though. $250 million, folks, for a population of 3,000. That is horrible mismanagement. Paying for services we're not getting. We're still being victimized. Homelessness is on the rise. You're next. You are next. You'll be the next one out here saying, I didn't know it was going to be like this. Well, I told you so. But I won't let you freeze to death. I'll find you a blanket. And it won't cost 83,000 goddamn dollars. I give you blessings of a different sort. I'll bless you with my presence. Nice when it's windy enough to keep the sign against you, but not windy enough to shake your beard. About 5% battery. 8%. Thing is, none of you care that my rights have been denied all this time. Because, look at this. Hurry up and wait. You know, I waited all weekend for a guy that didn't show up. Is it my fault he didn't? No. I mean, he did show up several times, but he had his own stuff going on, so he never got anything done. And even today, same thing. He's got his own running around to do. That's because he had to run around all weekend taking care of his phone. Meanwhile, since I talk to my phone, people think I'm crazy. Well, I'm crazy for different reasons. This is not comfortable. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. It's not that I didn't try, it's that there's a lot of money invested in preventing us from being heard. A lot of people make a lot of money because we're homeless. I told you guys. $83,000. Obviously, it ain't doing any goddamn good. $83,000 a piece. And Oregon is supposed to be a liberal state. Looks beautiful, but underneath it all, it's a bunch of shit.